Hello there everyone, welcome to today's patch notes presentation. I am Doomcard and I'm here to present League of Legends patch 11.20. Right now, here's an overview on screen to show you the nerfs, buffs, new skins, and system changes that are coming in this patch. And we'll be getting through all of these during this presentation. First, let's talk about nerfs. We have Amumu, who has become less of a jungler and more of a support. To suffice for these sins, he is now having a Q damage reduction and a Q mana cross change. So that way he will hopefully stop being played so much support, but it'll likely just take him out of the jungle instead, and he gets to be Leona 2, or 3, or 4. Depends on what you see Nautilus and Rel as. Now we get to talk about Irelia. Irelia, who's been sitting at around a 40% ban rate for the past few patches. Well, because of this, she has to be cut down a little bit. So her passive bonus AD ratio, when she's at max stacks, is now reduced. So hopefully she can get that ban rate down to around 30%. Now, Jarvan IV. This ugly man. He's been doing well both in the jungle and in top lane, so they're going to have to cut his passive damage down, so his bonking doesn't hurt so much. It'll allow you to, hopefully, remove him from the game. Now, keep going onwards with nerfs. We have Shen. Shen has been very good at all of his dueling. He's equal to 1v1ing with many of the top lane champions, including champions like Jax and Fiora. So to be able to cut him down a little bit, they reduce his passive shield. So hopefully he'll be less reliant on that early game trading and more on that ult to the other side of the map and help them. Then we have Singed. Singed is a champion right now. He's not allowed to be ever. So sadly, he's getting his E base damage reduced and then his AP ratio reduced as well, because we can't have him building AP. We can't have him doing damage. That'd be too much. That'd be allowing him to exist. So we're going to be saying bye-bye to Singed for now, and maybe one of these days we'll see him again soon. Next we have Talia. Talia has been getting buffs recently, so that way she can be a mid laner and a jungler again, but sadly her jungle power has been a bit too much, so they went ahead and nerfed her Q damage when she hits multiple monsters with extra rocks. So hopefully, all those rocks thrown will just tickle instead of smash. Next let's get into buffs. First we have Darius. Darius hasn't been running people down and getting 7 kills in the first 15 minutes like he normally would. So they're going to go ahead and cut his W cooldown by just a bit, and it will no longer scale, which is fine because he won't need to level it anymore then. Then you have Elise. Elise hasn't been being seen much. Normally Elise would be seen when Renekton's good, but Renekton's not good in solo queue. So to help compensate this, they're going to head giving her some base health increases, some armor growth increases, so that way she can be a little bit more tankier, a little bit more beefy, so that way she can clear the jungle healthier and better reform ganks. Her real good strength of that that aimed stun makes her very, very effective. And hopefully she'll be able to see more play again. Now we have 2 champions that were destroyed after being the meta picks at the beginning of the season. First, let's talk about Hecarim. Hecarim is getting a little bit of help to his clear, making him healthier with a W cooldown reduction, seeing as it no longer scales, but he didn't really level it anyway. And then the W capped healing versus minions and monsters is going up, so that way he can better recover when he's healing with his WQ onto different monsters, hopefully making him healthier, allowing him to better clear. Then you have the deer, the god deer, the Udyr. He went ahead and got a little bit of a faster clear by getting his R cone damage increased, hopefully allowing him to better clear raptors, so that way he will not be just stuck there for 10-15 seconds. Next, let's get into some system changes. First, let's get into Imperial Mandate, as it's our only item change. It's getting a buff in that its initial hit damage is increasing, so that way champions that build it, like Nami or Ashe, are able to better apply its damage. And now it's also getting a bug fix. which it's had for the entire year, of damage dealt by proccing its mark will attribute the kill to the one that procced the mark, the ally, rather than to you. So no longer is Nami getting a ton of kills off of the Imperial Mandate, now it's her ADC misfortune. And now let's get into our summoner spell change, Smite, which also applies with other jungle effects. Junglers have been keeping their health up a little bit too much with the Smite changes from a few patches ago, so they went ahead and cut the healing based on max health down. And it's a sizable cut, but it will hopefully not hurt them too much. And to make sure it doesn't melt the jungle champions too much, Romp base AD and the big Ancient Krug base AD have been reduced. Hopefully no more will dying to the first clear, but also no more just being full health all times. That goes through all the buffs and nerfs. Now let's get into skins. First we have Bewitching Fiora and Nami. For the Fiora skin, I think it's horrible. As someone who's mostly played Fiora, there's a very high standard set with IG Fiora and Project Fiora, and this one is much weaker than any of them. I'm going to give the skin a 3 out of 10. Now Nami's is nice and fluttery. I like how it looks. Seems cute. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Now we have Bewitching Poppy, and I love this skin. Not only is it adorable, but the color scheme reminds me of Lollipoppy. The old one. The one with the messed up face. That one was incredible. And that one just brings that energy to me here. So I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. Recommended. Now we have Bewitching Syndra, which, oh boy, it's wonderful. You're getting to throw pumpkins at people. You get to throw pumpkins. That's wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and give this skin an 8 out of 10. Now we have Bewitching Yumi, which looks alright. It's a cat with a pumpkin head. Whoopity-doo. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Gives claw. And now for our Prestige Edition skin, we are getting a reprint of Bewitching Morgana, which is a top-notch skin. And this one also looks phenomenal. Just absolutely gorgeous skin, gorgeous champion. I recommend definitely getting the Bewitching one. This one's probably a bit too expensive, but hey, if you are the whale, you gotta catch that prey. I think whales are carnivores. Alright, well, that was it for today's presentation. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe about it. Any feedback is always great, whether you want to see more changes like this one had, or you want to see more like the previous patch notes presentation, let me know. And as anyways, I'll talk to you next time. Later.